Gentlemen, since we are in the height of the political season, one of the issues that we hear about on a consistent basis is the failure of the South Carolina GOP to support having closed primaries in the state. And I have raised the issue in the past that when the Pope of the Catholic Church dies, the cardinals don't get together and call the mullahs in Tehran and ask them who the next pope should be. Based on that, does it make much sense to have a primary system in South Carolina where Democrats can come in willy-nilly and vote and essentially have a pretty strong voice, frankly, in who candidates will be because we have an open primary season?
Put your vote to end that.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of closed primaries, and let me tell you why. Before I get the reaction, let me tell you why.
We know why.
In our area, I will tell you that when we have a sort of a hybrid. We're not a complete open primary. You can't vote in two primaries on the same day. That's part of the law of South Carolina, and you can only vote in one or the other, and you can only vote in that primary runoff. You couldn't. But now in Pickens County, we didn't have a primary, Democratic primary. Some areas they do, and we normally do. It's rare that we don't have the Democratic primary in Pickens County on the same day we have a Republican primary. At least have some local option. But let me tell you all this. Do you know how much it costs, the fiscal impact of a closed primary? It's about $2.8 million, the fiscal impact that I saw. But as conservatives, I'm going to tell you something. In Pickens County, I proposed a couple of years ago to redo our school board seats along single-member district lines, and one of the criticisms that way you have to reissue new voter registration cards. Well, how much will that cost? $30,000 to send out all this stuff. Well, that's too much.
But you understand, Senator, that in a state that is controlled by the GOP, from the Democrats' perspective, they have very little chance of having a candidate in a primary who's going to win an election anyway. Therefore, it behooves them to come across and try and control the GOP primary.
I don't see that statewide. I don't see that playing out. You look at the demographics of the state, you're in the upstate. We're a little bit different up here. And the Midlands, low country, the Democrats still are, they have primaries. We have primaries in Pickens County, as I said, most every general election week.
Rex Rice.
Okay, yeah, I would vote to end it. And the main reason that is actually what I heard 4 years ago when I ran and actually was taken off the ballot 4 years ago because of a lawsuit by a senator down in the Low Country or the Midlands. But I had a lady come speak to a group and she didn't know who I was. She didn't know me from Adam. She sat up there and she talked and she talked and she talked about Larry Martin a lot. And before she got through at the end of that, she said, I'm going to tell you this, we as Democrats have got to come out and make sure that Larry Martin gets reelected. And when she said that, I knew we needed to make a change. And,